Hey, what's happening, guys? You don't know, D-Mill is there. Real name Dean Jackson. So I'm here after work, chilling by this lake, just getting some stuff off my chest, yo. So for those of you who don't know, well, most of you probably don't know because no one really watches the channel that much yet. I live in Japan. I'm a Jamaican, right? So I've been in Japan for 18 years. Yes, 18 years goes by very fast, guys. Let me tell you that. 18 years goes by very fast. So yesterday, I was playing with a brethren from Zimbabwe. And we were at a sports park. We went to watch a volleyball game. And we went to buy some food. And there was some kanji on the food truck. And he was like, yo, Dean, what does that say? I'm like, you know, I don't really know. And he's like, why you been here 18 years, man, and you sitting in your ass? Basically, I'm saying you've been here 18 years and you don't know Japanese. And I was like, fuck, for real though. It made me feel some kind of way. But I respect somebody who say it as it is. I respect a brethren who will tell you the shit straight up instead of saying the shit behind your back. You know what I mean? So I respect him for saying that. And it made me think like, yeah, why 18 years and I haven't learned Japanese? A lot of people are like that. There's a lot of people here in Japan, been here years, don't speak no Japanese, don't read no kanji, don't know nothing about Japanese, right? They just might know konnichiwa, namai wa nan desu ka toka. The basics, domo, right? Why haven't I learned kanji? Well, when I'm thinking back now, my excuses or my traumas why I didn't fully go hard on learning kanji and why you should. So I went through a period in time in Japan that I like to call I fucking hate Japan. I went through that period. Like, if you've been here a long time, you're gonna go through a period that I call I fucking hate Japan. That's the period I was in for. I went through that period, right? So what initially started that period of my time in Japan? Well, I was working with a company and the new health insurance system rolled out. National health insurance. My company told me, oh no, you don't have to pay it because you're already paying this insurance, private insurance, so it's okay. So like, all right, fine. So a couple years go by, and I get this bill in the mail for like 500,000 yen plus, maybe like 700,000 yen, 500 to 700,000. That's a long time ago. And I was like, what the fuck is this? What do you mean? And I showed my partner at the time, and it's like, oh, you owe back health insurance. Keep in mind, I've never been to the doctor. I've never been sick. Well, then, right? And I have this bill for not paying health insurance, like a big amount, an amount that I couldn't afford at that time. I was like, what the fuck is this, man? And I kept paying the bill. Right? And I was like, why the bill not going down? Nobody fucking told me there was an interest on the payment. And that got me really bitter about the Japan, and that's when I really started to like, you know what, fuck this shit, man. Like, I didn't leave because I had a child here, and I was like, you know what, shit, how I'm going to leave my child here? How will I afford to take care of my child from, living abroad, living in Jamaica? Not like I couldn't, but it's like, I'm here now, might as well work with what I have and do what I can do here. So the bills just keep on piling up and the interest, and nobody told me. And then my current wife went to the city office and got that dealt, which is like, she's like, yo, there was interest on these payments. Like, it kept on going up and up and up and up. And you could fucking stop the interest. Why didn't anybody tell me I could stop the fucking interest, right? Nobody told me that shit. So I went through a real bitter time in Japan, man. And at that period, I was like, that's when I stopped studying Japanese. And I say that to say this: you who living in Japan, don't make shit fuck you up, that you stop learning Japanese, that you stop, appreciating where you are in life, like appreciating that you're here in Japan. Because Japan is not a bad place to be, to tell the honest truth. But it has its fucking shit to it, right? Japan has its fucking thing them to it, man. Trust me. I've seen a lot of people go crazy in Japan, like literally crazy, like batshit crazy, and had to be sent back to their own country. Quite a few. I don't know what it is. Like, sometimes I wonder if it's like, were they possessed by a spirit or something, Like, let me not talk too much about that, but trust me, people go crazy in Japan. And so that's why I stopped learning Japanese. I stopped studying kanji. I stopped, like, I don't use hiragana and katakana in my daily life. So it's like, I forget how to write it. So now I want to make a conscious effort to actually study kanji, get back on my hiragana, katakana game, because I know it, I can read it, but I don't use it in my daily life. So I forget how to write it, you know what I mean? So that's on me. But yeah, that comment from a friend got me really thinking, like, yeah, for real, like, what the fuck happened to your Japanese? And don't get me wrong, there are people here in Japan who get by quite fine without knowing any Japanese at all. Trust me. I have good friends, making good bank, who they speak some Japanese, but they can't read for shit. They can just read the basics. I have other friends here who they don't speak Japanese, they don't read Japanese, but they're doing just fine. But me personally, I think, yeah, I should learn some Japanese, because I should learn the kanji, because I can speak Japanese, but I wouldn't say fluently, but I can basically do anything that I want to do, right? I can execute a conversation and get shit done in Japanese, right? Yoku dekimasu. But now I see that you have kids and they have homework, and I'm like, shit, I can't even help my kids with the homework to that, If I make the extra effort, using the Google Translate, I can, but without that, like, I can't really help my kids. Like, oh yeah, this is how you write that kanji. I can't help my kids, and my wife has to be the one doing that. And sometimes it feel away. So I'm like, you know what? Damn, I need to get my kanji game up. I need to be studying with my kids, the kanji, because nice. They're in like 3rd grade now, elementary school. My oldest kids, the twins. So it'd be a nice way to step up and elevate. You know what I mean? So yeah, man. That's one of the reasons why I stopped studying Japanese, stopped studying kanji. Like, yo, I went through that fuck you Japan phase. Anyone else ever been through that stage in Japan? Have you been here for a long time? Comment down below if you've been through that fuck Japan stage, right? I know I ain't the only one, man. Come on. Yeah? Another thing, so after I got through that fuck you Japan stage, like, I got a job working for a board of education. So a board of education English teacher, right? So there's Hakken Gaisha, there's the staffing companies that do English teaching jobs. So they're like a middleman between the board of education and the ALT, right? And then there's the board of education. So I got a job working for a board of education, working directly with the government. And it was far. I had to drive like an hour, and I had to drive like basically an hour to get to work every day. An hour and a bit sometimes, because I was at different schools. So sometimes an hour, sometimes an hour 20 minutes. And getting back, it was like an hour and 30 minutes just to get back to my house. And then from there, a lot of the days I do a part-time job, because at that time my wife wasn't working, right? Just had the kids and thing, and taking care of picking them and everything. But she went back to work quick after that. But there was a time that I was working like crazy. Wake up from like 5 in the morning, leave out at 6, reach work by 8. And it's just like boom, bam, bam. Get back home in my town like an hour and a half driving, doing part-time jobs in the night till all 8:30 sometimes. You see me? And because of that, like, when my twins were growing up, I didn't really get to see them like that. Like, when I left in the morning 6, they were still sleeping. When I get back in the night, them gone, let them bed. That happened a lot for years, man. And trust me, it's like, and that's why they say, yo, don't chase money, man. But sometimes you have to do what you got to do, yo. But trust me, boy. And because of that, like, I feel that's one reason my kids don't speak Japanese, don't speak English like they should, because I wasn't there in that initial stage. But I really tried to, speak to them in English, but a lot of the times, because we didn't have time, I just wanted to communicate, and it's just like Japanese. But now that I have a bit more time with the kids, I need to really focus on just speaking to them in English, yo. You know what I mean? This content going all over the place, but you just hearing, you realizing the story why I couldn't get to study Japanese like that. So after that fuck you Japan period, had this job far out, was there for like nine years plus, doing the part-time job same time. And keep in mind, at this time I had a fucking business. I still have the business, Irie876.com, selling Jamaican goods. I think as one of the best ever do it, yo, selling Jamaican goods in Japan. Right now the business is kind of going through a little transition, right? We still have banana chips, we still have line stickers, but we don't have the goods like we used to, because we can't get the goods like we used to, how we want to, right? So just imagine that, yo. Like, you're working a full-time job, you're working a part-time job, you're running a business, shipping out goods, talking to customers. So there was no time to really learn Japanese, you know? And yes, it might sound like an excuse, but that was my reality then. So now that I have some more time, even though I still work at full-time, still doing part-time, still, I don't have the business like I used to, you know, like I'm not shipping out goods every day, I'm not communicating with customers every day. So I have some more time. So better late than never. But to you who come to Japan and don't want to study no Japanese, not interested in learning kanji, not interested in learning the culture, not interested in speaking Japanese, that's fine. The way I see, you can get by. But, you know, living somewhere, it's like, imagine being illiterate in your own country. Like, you can't read. If you're from an English speaking country, imagine you can't read the newspaper. Imagine you can't read a sign on the wall. Yes, we have Google Translate, but I think to feel more comfortable and fulfilled in a place you're living, learning the language and learning the alphabetical, the system is very important, right? So yeah, man, make sure you know get up on that. If you've been here for a couple of years or you just came to Japan, just make sure you get up on your kanji, yo. Get up on your kanji. Because the thing is, if you want to transition from that job to a better job, you need that JLPT. You need to know Japanese, right? That's like the basics, all right? You have Japanese N2 or 1, okay? And then what else can you do? So you need the Japanese skills if you want to really branch out into new areas. And even if you want to, you know, level up in the area you're at now, Japanese is it. If you want to get your Japanese citizenship, you need to know some kanji. So that's kind of motivating me right now to go learn kanji, right? And at first I was like, damn, I don't want to give up my Jamaican citizenship. But then, like my cousin said to me, yo, Dean, is just a passport, yo. You'll always be Jamaican. Yes, but just having that passport, that Jamaican passport, then I can go my yard anytime. If I change to a Japanese citizenship, that means I cannot go back to Jamaica and stay for an extended period of time. I could run off because somebody not going to look for me, but I wouldn't be legal in my own country of birth. You know what I mean? But on the other hand, I would be able to fly out to many countries without a visa, hassle-free, and that's a big thing, yo. You know, because the last time, me and my family went to even New York, yo. It's like they don't need no visa. You know, I have a visa, US visa, but it's like you see the difference in treatment from the people who have to use a visa and the people who are from the chosen countries, right? So yeah, guys, just make sure you get it up on your Japanese, you know. And yeah, to the brethren who tell me, so yo, what you doing in Japan? Sitting in your house, go suck your mother, joke. Nah, man. As I say, I like friends like that, man. You know, friends who tell you straight up, make you think. Might make you feel some type of way, but it make you think like, yo, yeah, what have I been doing with my life? All right, D-Millers, guys, I'm out.